The woman was enduring inhuman torture, utterly desperate, while her husband could only watch helplessly from across the room. In that moment, they had both become mere research subjects for the alien monsters. As the experiment concluded, a beam of light emanated from the woman's abdomen. Where the light passed, her body instantly turned to ashes. Jack had no time to grieve, knowing he would be next. The alien monster removed its bracelet and carelessly set it aside. It then picked up a lightsaber and plunged it straight into Jack's stomach. The excruciating pain compelled the man to pull out the saber and slash at the alien beast. As he struggled to his feet, he accidentally put on the monster's bracelet. Severely wounded, the alien was caught off guard, giving the man a chance to escape. In a daze, he soon passed out. When he came to, he found himself in the wilderness. Gazing at his stomach wound and the mysterious bracelet on his wrist, Jack was utterly perplexed, having clearly lost his prior memories. He soon stumbled upon a small town nearby, where a kind priest helped stitch up his wound. Suddenly, a bullet whizzed into the room. It turned out that the town's infamous hooligan was up to no good again. He had been drinking at the pub but refused to settle his tab, even going so far as to threaten the owner with his gun. The priest couldn't stand idly by and watch this unfold, so he stepped in to put a stop to it. This only made the ruffian even more brazen. He whipped off his hat and started demanding money from the gathered onlookers. In the blink of an eye, he was standing right in front of Jack, but Jack was having none of it. Without a second thought, he delivered a swift kick right to the thug's crown jewels. Then he simply turned on his heel and walked away. Enraged, the hooligan aimed his gun at Jack. Right then, the sheriff arrived with his men. Faced with the sheriff, the ruffian immediately backed down. The sheriff took both Jack and the thug back to the station. Only then did he realize Jack was on the first page of the wanted posters. Such a dangerous criminal could only be handled by a federal judge. So Jack and the ruffian were locked in a wagon to be sent to the federal authorities. However, they were stopped by a group of burly men on horseback, led by none other than the thug's father, the wealthiest man in the area. He had more henchmen than the town had police officers. Despite the vast power imbalance, the sheriff refused to compromise and release the man's son. It looked like the two sides were about to come to blows. Just then, a bright light appeared in the distant sky, and Jack's bracelet began to flash. Before anyone could make sense of it, several unidentified flying objects suddenly launched an attack. The town descended into chaos. The UFOs periodically shot out metal chains, snatching away the townsfolk. This activated Jack's bracelet. He raised his hand and blasted open the wagon. The ruffian was also rescued by his father. Unfortunately, he didn't get far before being snagged by a chain and dragged onto a ship. Jack arrived on the street and, seeing the alien ships wreaking havoc, didn't hesitate to raise his powerful bracelet. With one blast, he destroyed a ship. As the dust settled, the townspeople cautiously approached to investigate. Seeing the utterly foreign construction, unlike any human aircraft, no one knew what these things were. The only certainty was that they were not of this earth. As the crowd argued endlessly around the alien wreckage, a scream suddenly rang out from a nearby house.
Un monstre ou silhouette flash de bail.
By the time everyone rushed over, all they found was a gigantic footprint on the ground.